Hey there, it's Patmos and welcome back for another episode with Bastide as we overlook our town. And I have to say, it is actually starting to look like an actual town with the church in it. We have the graveyard. Guess we need a couple of extra houses around this church to make it look a bit more like the city square. But then, yeah, we have booze production to keep a lot of people happy. So I guess it's all right. We're not doing that bad. We could use some extra clothing. Not everybody has clothing at this point, so that could be something, but for now, I don't think we're doing that bad actually. We have 8 laborers, so we're fine with that. And one of the things I wanted to start working on were a few defenses, because we do get attacked from this side all the time, so it could be interesting to just build a wooden wall and a gate, of course, to make sure that we are somewhat defended. Now, the thing with the gate is you have to remove the road in order to place it, but that's not really that much of a problem, I think. So what we can simply do is make sure that we remove a little piece of road. Yeah, remove the path. So we'll remove... Oh, well, that's a long section of road. We'll remove this section then, so that we can actually start placing the gate here. And we can continue the road later on, that's no problem. And from here on, we should be able to attach the wall and then make it all the way through here. You can even get it through the water, that's interesting. But we'll start setting it up like this. So at least we have some form of defense, that would be nice. Let's get the speed up, by the way, so that things start running quickly again. Then we have to extend the road again, I guess. To these houses, there we are. Well, not houses, but the forester and the gatherer. And now it'll be interesting to see how this will look in a while. We do need some trees to be chopped down for it in order to have plenty. But also that should not be too hard. There's still plenty of trees in this area we can chop down. So I'm curious to see how things will end up and how this little start of our defense wall will look like. Might take some time, of course, and we have still a lot of work that just has to be done. Although I think, yeah, they're bringing in the carts to deliver all the resources to the walls, so that could actually go. See, 5 resources already, 2 builders assigned to it now, so it could go rather quickly. And then we could see a first line of defense coming up. Kinda hope so. And then later on we can add some towers, and we could even train troops in the barracks at a certain point. One of the other things we need is the Fletcher. We need to create arrows for our... what's it called? We can even close the gate. Interesting, it says the arrow pointed that way, but I guess that's just posing the entrance, so maybe we placed it the wrong way, but we'll see. It's fine. Well, the wall we placed on the right side, so we can see the piles of wood sticking out on the right side, so that worked out. I guess that's good. And then we'll see. Oops, everybody's having free time. And they should go to church soon and things like that. We can see happiness going slightly up. Hope it will go up even further, because we do need that. Now, one suggestion I got is whether the decorations might help out make people more happy. I have my doubts about it. But then I thought, oh well, we can always try, of course. Why not build like an outhouse here or something and see if it works? Why not build a campfire out somewhere so that people can actually see something in the night? Well, maybe here next to the church so people can sit there and have a nice time. Same here with the brewery. We'll build a campfire there and then we'll see what happens. I'm not so sure if that's going to work, but we'll see. Alright, happiness is up to 59. So apparently having the cheese and the bread and the church and the things does help a little bit. But we'll have to see in the long run if it will really start to get up or not. Well, the walls are starting to get up, so that is a good thing. That gives us time to start planning a few more homes, or to assign a few more to be upgraded. We started to get plaster houses. If we wanted to upgrade this, we have all the resources for it. So we actually have the resources to upgrade 2 houses. We can see we had 1 house to spare, and now because we're upgrading one, that house is removed, so we can just do 1 at a time for now, but that should be okay. And the plaster houses should be better for our people. We can even upgrade them later on to stone houses, which could also be interesting. But people should be quite happy once they have better housing. And it should also help reduce sickness a little bit. So, yeah, it could be interesting to see how that goes. All right, this has enough wood. This one needs 1 extra log, but then that part of the wall can also be put up. So, yeah. Let's get our defenses up slowly. Now, food-wise, I think we're pretty okay, but we have to keep our eyes on it, of course, to see if we're really okay or that we need to bring in some more. This tailor is upgraded, so we can't do anything there. This tailor should also be upgraded, yeah. So we have 2 now. And slowly we get a little surplus of clothing, I think. So we'll have to keep our eyes on it. I really do want a big surplus in order for when we grow that we actually have clothing for people. So that should be on our minds. I hope it works that way. Oh, look at this. The wall really starts to get built now. Let's get rid of these trees so we can see a bit better. And they can use those trees for the wood to actually build this, because we're going to need a bit more wood. But yeah, we're getting up our first line of defense here. Should be interesting. And in the last stream we had a little issue where we could not put anybody in the archery watchtower. But I believe they fixed that. So it should now be possible to put somebody in the archery tower. Maybe we should place it somewhere here so that it can oversee the whole area. Alright, we'll place an archery tower here and we'll place one here. So that we can actually have a defense. And it would already be nice if they just come in here attacking. And because of the archery towers, we don't have to assign a lot of villagers to help out. We can just defend ourselves with those towers. That would also be a big help already. So I'm kind of hoping on it that that will be the case. We can see the outhouses. Oh, standing firmly to see whether it will help. They're slowly bringing in some goods to the medium plaster house too. And the wall is almost done. Nice. Well, if I was approaching this wall, I would be sure to be very careful about it. Upgrade to an external gate. No. That's good to know, though. We can just build a big wall and then later on put a gate in it. So that's interesting. Guess we should get a Fletcher if we really want to make sure that we have all the stuff we need for arrows. So let's build a Fletcher. Enemy approaching, of course. Once we're not ready for them, they come in. Well, I guess we are ready. We can just send out a few guys there and kick their ass. So that should be working. They are still walking there. It's only 2 of them, so that should not be too hard. They will cross the water and then come this way. They're building the tower now. Not that we have the Fletcher yet or anything, so that ain't doing us any good yet. But later on it will. 4 out of 8 logs. Question is, where are the attackers now? I think they're walking somewhere here. At least that's how it looked. Yep. Looked like they walked somewhere there, so they're not here yet. Oh, somebody got killed in battle already. Somebody got killed all the way here. I don't even know where my village is now. And unfortunately, there's no button to just skip back to your village. There is a big mountain here though, so that could help to show the surrounding area. But there's no tilting the camera, so we can't just go somewhere and then find where our village is. Well, here we have the edge of the map. Our village should be quite close to the edge of the map. That's one of the things I really hate about this game. There's no way to easily go around and find your village. It's just really hard. Alright, so that's speeding up, but there we have our village, finally. Okay, well, let's unpause then. So apparently somebody got killed. But I don't know where or by who. Or how that went down, so can't do anything about it. They started to build the Watchtower though. That should be interesting. Somebody died of natural causes. Somebody grew up. The house is ready. And all the houses are filled up, so that's good. We have the extra people in again. Somebody died of natural causes. We have plenty of laborers at this point. Happiness continues to go up, so I guess the combination of church, bread and alcohol is really working out now. Upgrade this to a plaster house. Yes, let's do so. We'll get there. Alright, we have a watchtower. Let's wait for the Fletcher, then we'll get to the barracks. Let's build the barracks somewhere here. And then hopefully soon we can start to really defend our town. I would like that a lot, but well, we will also take people, of course, so we'll have to be thinking about the fact that we do need enough people in town to work the archery towers. And I hope the archers do a good job, that it's not like you need 10 towers to actually fight off 2 guys. I hope they can do a good job, but well, we'll have to see. Here comes the other tower. 3 builders assigned, so that is a good thing. Alright, looks great. And I think we should just go across the water for a bit, just to make sure that this area is completely covered. And in the end we should go all around town apparently, just to defend our whole town. Here comes the Fletcher, they're building it now. Let's make sure we get all the archery equipment. And are they bringing resources to the barracks yet? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're starting to bring some resources. Very good. Alright, let's put somebody in the Fletcher. It will make bows and arrows, so that should be good enough. But we can tell them to build how many bows. Alright, we'll build 10, so at least we have enough. They will just make arrows all the time, apparently. We do need feathers for it. Do we have some feathers? 129. Okay, so we have feathers to build that. We have the barracks being built. We have another plaster house done. Yeah, we don't have the stuff for this plaster house yet, so we're not going to do that. Let's focus now a little bit on the barracks to see if we can get somebody in here. Can we put just a person in there? No. Okay. So it needs to train soldiers and archers. But we need bows to actually recruit archers. We have 1 bow, so we can recruit an archer. There it is. As soon as we have another bow, we should be able to recruit another archer. And I think we should now be able... Yep, there we go. We have an archer in the watchtower. So we are starting to get defended. Alright, another bow is ready. Let's recruit another archer. Put it in here. And now our town is defended. Splendid. I love it. Well, let the enemy come. We are ready. It's a bit of micromanaging, of course. If you want to get all the things done, you really have to set how many arrows you, or how many bows you want. So that's an interesting feature. You have to do the same with swords and armor. So we can tell them to build like 3 pieces of armor. And we can tell this one to build 2 more swords. So we have 5 pieces of armor and 5 swords, so that we can actually get a few soldiers out. Right now we don't really need them, but maybe in a while we can actually just train them up to have defenses. As this piece of wall is built too, and it looks nice. could use a few more trees though. Or not really to trees, but we could use a few more logs. So let's skip a few trees. Ah, they're doing their job here too. Let's just make sure we get more wood. Lots and lots of people start dying of natural causes. Look at the graveyard. 18 people in there. That's quite a few people that died of natural causes, which is, of course, in a harsh environment as is simulated in Banished, is not that strange, but... and I guess we had quite a few people coming in around the same time when we build a whole block of houses, so that's probably why we also see a lot of people die around the same time, because we got all the houses in at that point. Let's upgrade another house. But it's interesting. And I think we need to start planning more housing now. Let's start off with wooden houses. Too steep. Ah, I guess that's the issue. Yeah. Ah, that's the problem. We can't build another house here. Well, what we can do is finish this road. I said road. And then hopefully start building houses on this side. Yes, alright. So. Well, it's kind of dark. Can't see where I'm building right now. So that should hopefully go away soon. It should, but oh well. Let's build one house. 2 houses. It's just too steep. Alright. Then we'll try and build it on this side then. Is this also a bit straight? Yeah, a little bit. Also too steep already, so we can't build a lot of houses on that part. Have to go more this way then soon. Ooh, more people dying of natural causes. Well, as long as they die of natural causes, it's at least not that they perished or got attacked, so that's okay. I don't like the fact that these buildings don't get filled automatically, so now we have to go over them, check if there's a person in there. Apparently. How are the farms doing? Somebody got crushed by a rock. This farm only has 1 person in it. That's not good. Yeah, we still have good amounts of laborers. So sometimes we get good amounts of laborers simply because people just died and they don't get replaced. And we'll have to manually replace them. So now we have to go over all the buildings. Those are the little things Bastide still has to work on. I mean, if there's 2 persons in the building and 1 dies, there should just be somebody should just replace them. It should not be like this. Alright, we have 6 arrows now too, so we can fire arrows at the enemy. Once they come. Bevel left due to happiness. Alright, well, happiness is going up. So we're doing something right. But apparently for some people, it's still not good enough. Which is fine, they can leave and we can see people growing up, new people coming in. So that's why we probably need some extra clothing. They're creating it, it just takes time. But maybe we should invest in an extra cloth tailor and maybe also an extra toolsmith. Although this one, these 2 just got busy with the swords and the armor. That's probably why we had a little drop in tools. But we keep our eyes on it and see where this will go. At least we have 1 house extra ready. And almost all the resources for the second. So should be fine. Interesting. So we are getting somewhere. Maybe just not precisely where we want to be, but it's okay. Food numbers are still stable at the end of the day. So no worries there. Plenty of water, plenty of medicine. So we're not losing people to sickness. And I guess I'm pretty excited that we got happiness up like with 10 points already. That's pretty... we struggled with it the last time, even though we had all the new resources that we needed. Apparently it just took time to spread them all around town. Now that we have, happiness is going better and better. Alright, so now it's just a little bit waiting to have things stabilize a bit in our nation. Get some extra wood again, get these houses built. And once that is all done, we can house a few extra families. But I am going to invest in extra clothing because I don't see that change up soon. In a way that we get... well, we can build it here, that's a good spot. And same with the blacksmith. I don't see that change quickly where we will all of a sudden have enough of those. So let's just build it. Maybe we can just put one worker in instead of two. That could also be the difference and make sure that everybody has clothing again. But with the clothing and tools and the good housing comes way less sickness. And I like that. So I like to keep that up. Or basically keep the sickness down. So keep the good work up. So that's what we're aiming for. Aiming for now. They should first finish those housing, and then we should be fine with the tailor and the blacksmith. Then of course we are already quite far along. We could even see, we take the plaster houses, we have all the resources to make it a stone house already. This one is even less resources, the small housing. I think it could be good to upgrade them to an even better house, like the stone house. Medium happiness boost, can be heated with firewood. Compared to the ones we started with, small happiness boost, cold, but can be warmed. So even upgrading those small plaster houses to stone houses can be quite a good thing. But now that we are building different buildings already, I think we should wait a second for these buildings to be finished. And once they are completely done, we can really invest in too small for wood. Okay, we can really invest in the extra housing that we want. Right now, I don't think that's the best option because they are already building so many buildings. And if we start to tell them that they have to also upgrade a house, that might not be the best option. 70% happiness. Ah, wow, that's very good. Few people are freezing. I guess they should just get inside then, because they all have a house, as far as I can tell. They should just heat their house then. So I'm unsure why people are freezing. Heading to the church. I guess they were out for a bit. Yeah, they're collecting resources now. Currently heading to church. I think he's delivering goods, but that's okay. Those are the few people without clothing. So yeah, we desperately need the extra clothing. 14 out of 15 logs are there. 2 out of 15. This one is being built. Very good. I'm also kind of hoping that by building the... Oh, everybody's dying of natural causes right now. That once we build the extra tailor and toolsmith, that we really get the clothing up. And then by building these stone houses, we reduce the amount of firewood and things needed to maintain the town. I mean, I would suggest that a stone house, better insulated, would use quite a bit less firewood than a wooden house. So, but we'll have to see. Ah, tailor is ready. We'll put 2 people in there and upgrade it, of course. Let's see how that goes, if they can now finally produce enough. We have 100 people, although people start dying. We also have a lot of kids growing up. That's not good news for our stockpiles, of course, because once kids grow up, they will need a piece of tool and a piece of clothing. So that's a little bit why we have some issues there. But in the end, once we provide all of that to them, it's very nice that we have the extra hands. So in the end, I'm quite happy that we actually grow, and we've grown beyond 100 people. All right, so the new production buildings are up. Everything is still running nicely in town. Let's upgrade another house. Let's make a stone house. And I think soon we can actually even do 2. Alright, there should be 2 in each at least. How many free people do we have? Plenty of laborers, so let's put in 3 in all the mines, just to get production up a bit more, especially now that we have 3 smithies working with the iron and the copper. Alright, they should bring in the stones, and then we should be there. I guess we could use... Where are they? A few extra carts around town? Maybe? Ah, we don't have the logs for it. I was wondering why I couldn't build it, but we don't have the logs. I didn't check that properly. Alright, let's get those logs in. Ah, they're building the small stone house now. Oh yeah, that does really look like a stone house. There we go. Oh, we can even see our stockpile of medicine slowly declining. That's probably because a lot of people get cold because they don't have clothing and things like that. So, yeah, it's really time to get working with it. A small stone house. We can upgrade it to what? It is already a small stone house now. So no need to upgrade it. Ah, it was just standing there, but we can't upgrade it. Alright, this is the perfectly upgraded small stone house. That should be good. Can we do another one? I think so. Yeah, we have all the resources for it. We even have resources for another one to be upgraded, so nicely. You can see a lot of them now get clothing. Even some of them have shoes. You can see we have a lot of kids, so they'll need to grow up, but let's provide them with clothing and tools first. We do have all the tools, so that's a nice thing to have. Just need to get all this stuff in now. Food's still growing even, so that's a very nice thing to see. Let's chop a few extra trees, even with the woodcutter close by, but I want extra wood in town so that we can keep the firewood production up and make sure that we have all the materials to keep building and to keep the lumber production up and things like that. So yeah, we need it. I think we also need an extra stonemason soon. We have 1, but if we get a few more, we can upgrade more houses soon. Herbalist, the cobbler, firewood, market, brewery, warehouse. Is it here? Yeah, probably is here. Stonemason, there it is. Let's build an extra stonemason. A new family arrived, that's nice. Can always use an extra family. Let's get the herbalist out. We need enough herbs for all the medicine. But I guess with the extra stone mason, died of the cold. Ooh, yeah, a lot of people are cold. Are so many people without warm clothing? Yes. Alright. Let's take a look at this. We need leather and wool for the warm clothing. We have plenty of wool, but we have no leather. Now the the enemy is approaching. That's a good thing. The leather is obviously produced in the tanner. Do we have enough hides? We have 30 hides, so we have an okay amount of hides. So what we could do, for instance, is get an extra tanner for 1. And why not get it if we can? So let's do so. Let's get the extra tanner. Ah, here's the other one, so they'll be close together. But I think we could also invest in an extra hunter then. Because that should be the one collecting the hides. I think we already have a hunter near this one. No, we don't. Alright, so let's build a hunter. I think it can just go right here somewhere, because it doesn't need to be placed at a certain spot. It can just go out. Alright, let's get the extra hunter for the extra hides. This one is ready, so we could now make extra. So we can get a lot more warm clothing out of this. Now, I think we'll have to still see when the enemy comes in, but I think we should be well defended. We can also see that there's only one person freezing now. Oh, 0. So that's going better. More and more people actually have some sort of clothing, we can see right now. So it is fixed in a way, just not completely. I have not really seen how our defenses did, but apparently not that bad. I don't see any messages about people dying. So I guess our defenses worked. Let's get another stonemason working. Some people do have some health issues. That's because of the red bar, you can see that, but that should be fine. We now have a low amount of clothing and not no clothing, so that's positive. So let's keep this up. And well, it's January, but we are close to surviving another winter. I like it. The graveyard's getting pretty filled up. About a third already, but well, at least now it looks like a graveyard, so that's the positive thing about it. We should be fine. And I guess this should be it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, of course, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. If there's anything you want to see or any tips you have, leave them there. I will respond to it. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.